You know, I'd just like to thank the Academy, the millions and millions of fans all across the world of wrestling. And you know what? Honestly, some CBS Sports of all things, because I came into this WrestleMania not giving that much of a damn making these predictions. And I got to give credit to them. Like they provided a little bit of insight to help influence my decision making. But if there's anyone I got to give the most credit to, it has to be Mr. Lip Dizzle. Were it not for him, I would have been in dead last place. But before the main event, he decided to throw in bonus points. And these bonus points propelled me from undesirable to undeniable. And your new tag champion of predictions. Now, without further ado, I would like to introduce my, unfortunate counterparts for tonight. But here they are. Mr. Scooter Ray.
I will give him his credits. I will.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. As I said, this was just predictions that came about in the bonus round that honestly we did not need. But of course, who am I to forget the man that I unseated, Mr. Jugs himself.
No. You unseated me. You unseated me.
I mean, the guy that unseated me. Excuse me. I apologize, former champ. But who am I to forget the man that unseated me? Mr. Jugs.
Hey, I have to give you a. But you know what? I'm the uncrowned champion over here. I'm the uncrowned champion. It should have been me. It should have been me.
I'll even say that you are right. That had it not been for those bonus points, that, yeah, I'd be in dead last and you would be the champ.
This is true.
But there is a certain individual that you will have to lay blame on for that.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna be giving him some super kicks. I'm gonna be giving him some stunners. He's gonna get it. He's gonna get it.
I want to see you super kick Lip Dizzle like Shawn Michaels super kick Stan.
Oh, it's gonna be happening.
Speaking of the man of the hour, the man that I owe all the credit to, the man that shot me to the top, who I cannot hear.
You're muted. We can't hear you right now.
The man who gave me all the voice and yet is voiceless himself. Mr. Lip Dizzle.
We still can't hear you.
Why are you muted?
Damn.
He's a rookie. Boo.
That's the prince of prediction.
Can you hear me now?
Oh yeah, we can hear you. You good?
Oh.
Sorry, yeah, just like the prediction guides, it seems like StreamYard's against me too. Look, but here's the thing: why in the hell is Ann New sitting there at the bottom of the screen?
Because I mean, he's the new champ.
So what?
We was letting him pop his shit for a second.
I'm not about letting Jaeger pop his shit. Because see, here's the thing:
it's already been popped.
In this 3 stages of hell prediction shit, for 2.5 stages, I was running this shit.
You were
running
indeed,
this
you were.
shit with a
Actually,
nice,
it's like
healthy
one
lead.
and a half stage because after night one, you and I were tied. So
Okay, fair enough.
One stage you ran it.
But
I'm not
then I
gonna
got
deny
back in the lead.
it. I'm not gonna deny it. You had me worried after NXT's show.
Yeah, I was kind of worried after NXT. Like, yep, I'm dead last. I can't come back from this. I'm done.
And I was like, you know what? There's 2 more shows. I might just be all right. But man, you had a lead.
Yeah.
And then I don't know why you like. Was this you trying to like get in at the last second with the bonus round?
No. So here's the thing that happened. So me and Scoot were realizing, and this is before Jugs got in the lead. Me and Scoot were realizing that had things happened, we would have tied, and we couldn't just have Scoot just leave on a technicality. Not at WrestleMania. No. So Scoot came up. He was like, well, we got to do something. So I was like, okay, here's the deal. We'll predict or guess how many finishers they're going to use. And so here's the thing: the whole finishers thing spawned into, well, we should do the signatures too. That's where we got fucked up. Because the signatures added some other shit. And this motherfucker down here guessed the spears and the suplexes to the fucking number.
Yeah, virtually. And that's what actually propelled him. Him guessing correctly with the suplexes did it.
Yeah. And I think had that not happened, Jugs would have been the one to take it. Jugs would have back
one number off.
If you would have been one number off, it would have been a 3-way tie.
And we can't do that. What would we have done had that happen?
Okay, so here's the thing, and Scoot is, and this is all Scoot's brainchild here. So what we're gonna do from now on, if it's in any way, shape, or form a tie between any of the challengers, then the championship becomes vacant, and then it's up for grabs at the next one.
Interesting.
So yeah,
I'm trying to think about how a 3-way tie would actually happen in like WWE or just any kind of wrestling standard.
if you get some bullshit ass pin,
yeah.
But that's exactly what I'm thinking. Is that while someone like say you got a figure 4 on Scoot, then he's about to tap, but then I go to pin Scoot, put his shoulders on the mat, and so the referee counts the 3, but also acknowledges the tap out.
No, here's what we have. So we got you 2 guys in submission, okay, and then somebody comes up, to go for a pin, okay, and that's how we have a 3-way tie. That's how we have something. We got one guy tapping now, and the other guy getting pinned. That's how it works. That's how it works over here.
Oh, yeah, because that would have been a 2-way tie. You're right. Or give it as a last man standing 3-way triple threat, and then they all go for the 10 count.
Or you have an Iron Man match with 3 guys in it, and they all have the same, they all have the same amount of pins, and that's how you got, like, you have to go into OT.
Yeah.
But this. Congratulations, Jaeger. You came back from
obscurity.
You
pulled
it out. You are the official champ, at least until May 9th, until WrestleMania Backlash.
I thought it was May 8th. Is it May 9th?
May 8th, May 9th, one of them two.
It's one of those two. It's one of those days.
But congratulations again. I'll hand it to you. Even if nobody else will, I'll hand it to you.
I reserve the rights to hand anything.
I'm the uncrowned champ over here. It should have been me.
Right. Y'all know we're here to talk about WrestleMania.
It was me, Vince.
Yeah, we were talking about how you need to show up and go, it was me, Chugs. It was me.
Go ahead, Scoot.
But yeah, we're here to talk about WrestleMania. First, we'll talk about WrestleMania SmackDown. I'll be right back.
I mean, so if we're just are we talking if we're talking about just SmackDown matches in general? See that main event actually does kind of tarnish a lot of shit because it was lackluster, and even if you take the whole Roman being hurt thing out of the equation, I mean they started off the match with pretty much just going finisher. They basically, it's like they were playing WWE 2K22
and you have all
started off with
story.
all the finishers. Exactly.
Yeah.
Just went at it. I don't know how, because it's almost predictable in a way. Because a lot of and just for the people watching, the only reason I'm talking about the main event now is because we've seen Brock Lesnar, Roman Reigns so many times that it's just, you know.
Are we talking about the main event right now?
Yeah.
Whoa, hold on. We're gonna get there. I was talking about WrestleMania SmackDown, as in SmackDown.
SmackDown.
Yeah. So
go ahead.
basically, the takeaway from WrestleMania SmackDown is Ricochet is still IC champ.
Speaking of Ricochet, why wasn't he defending the title at WrestleMania?
I actually, because when I said
they
about
did
it
it on WrestleMania SmackDown.
Yeah.
No,
I don't even know why they call it. They have like WrestleMania SmackDown and they got WrestleMania Raw. Like, no, like they should have all the titles be defended at WrestleMania, either night 1 or night 2. You know, there's room on the card to have them there.
No IC belt defense, no US belt defense. What the fuck? You left 2 belts on the table, and it made no damn sense.
Yeah. But Ricochet,
like, I don't mind the Andre Memorial Battle Royal being on SmackDown. I don't mind that being over there. But
yeah, so Ricochet retained his title against Los Lotharios. Yeah. Madcap Moss.
Los who?
Los Lotharios.
Wait, was it a handicap match?
No. Oh, okay.
Triple threat.
Let me rewind. Randomly on SmackDown 2 weeks ago, Los Lotharios beat him individually back to back. And from that, they got a title shot each. So it ended up being a triple threat.
Gotcha.
They each beat Ricochet 1-on-1 back to back. And from that, triple threat title match.
Well, that's stupid.
Makes sense,
Yeah.
but okay.
And Madcap Moss is the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal winner this year. So, yeah, that was SmackDown.
For WWE loving single names so much, they end up giving this guy Madcap Moss.
He's mad capping.
Yeah, it's whatever. Then, they had the Hall of Fame ceremony where we had Queen Sharmell, Vader, Steiner Brothers, the Warrior Award recipient Shad Gaspard, and of course, The Undertaker, all getting inducted into the Hall of Fame. I didn't get a chance to fully watch it. I just saw highlights. But that was the Hall of Fame this year.
I did
tell you about this.
I heard Undertaker say, what was it?
Never say never.
Yeah.
At the very end.
And that worried me.
He's coming back at the next Saudi show.
Yeah, because when you see now that's where he could have ended it off with the whole, now that I'm in the Hall of Fame, you can rest assured that the Undertaker's going to rest in peace. That was a nice just book into that, but the whole saying never say never thing is just like, nah, don't do that. Don't do that. See, for Sting, it makes sense because he wasn't trying to be on his way out. He got hurt in that main event. And with Seth Rollins, and so now he got that resurgence. So now he's making up for that lost time. Taker has had a good amount of matches that he could have just ended his career on right then and there. Hell, the fucking
Lesnar match.
No, not even that. The one with AJ, is it the Boneyard match?
Boneyard, yeah.
Oh, that definitely could have been it.
Yeah, that could have been a one and done. Then he had to come back and face Goldberg in some trash ass match, and shit happens. But
yeah. Actually, I think it should have been done after the Roman Reigns match. at 33 when he laid down his hat in the ring. I think that should have been it.
Yeah,
in my opinion, because then he came. That's after that's when he did those Saudi matches.
Yeah,
because they did the whole Bros of Destruction. Terrible.
Yeah.
Don't ever check those out. Those are terrible.
Well, not the recent ones. The Attitude Era ones. Go right ahead. You can watch.
Oh yeah. But don't be watching those Saudi shows.
But in terms of Hall of Fame, I mean, it was pretty solid. And no disrespect, but this is one of the things that kind of make me think that they're grasping at who they're going to put in there because, and nothing against Queen Sharmell, I just don't understand why she was nominated to be in the Hall of Fame. I mean, I get it.
The way I look at it, we have to understand this is WWE's Hall of Fame. Not a wrestling Hall of Fame, just WWE's. And if we're going to really call it how it is, eventually everyone is going to be in that Hall of Fame.
That's an interesting way to put it.
Unless you just had such an epic falling out with the company, most likely you're going to be in that Hall of Fame at some point.
Oh yeah, I tell you, he's never going to be in the Hall of Fame. Well, actually, the name that cannot be mentioned, he's never going to be in this Hall of Fame.
I mean, well, besides him, unfortunately, but I mean, come on, Scott Steiner is now in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah,
Big
Jericho will be, Danielson will be for sure.
Yeah, so at some point they will all be in the Hall of Fame. So regardless of who it is, it's just that your time might come sooner than others.
Yeah,
but you're going to be in the Hall of Fame.
But I mean, this Hall of Fame does seem like it was a return to form, so I'm okay. I'm okay with it.
You know, I thought it was interesting how they did it like right after SmackDown. You know, they took apart the ring and stuff because they usually do it like on the night before Mania. Well, I mean, I don't know how I really feel about 2 nights of Mania. I mean, I kind of like it at the same time. I don't. It's like we just have so much wrestling on that weekend. It's like crazy.
But that was the Hall of Fame. And then Saturday morning, we got NXT Stand and Deliver.
I was surprised to see that many fans in attendance.
I mean,
because there was a lot of other wrestling shows going on. So, you know, you probably had a lot more hardcore fans, you know, like at WrestleCon and like GCW and you know, other indie promotions.
Yeah.
But all right, so first impressions of Stand and Deliver when it was all said and done with. What was the first thought?
It was a show.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, actually, I have to say this. I went back and watched that Fatal 4 women's match. You know, I actually kind of have to give that match a little more credit than what it deserves. I actually kind of enjoyed it a lot better the second time around. Like when I saw that Canadian Destroyer on the ring apron, I kind of popped for that. And that Spanish Fly, that was nice.
My initial thoughts after watching this show was fucking Dizzle. That's all I can think of.
Because he was doing great in the predictions.
No, because it's goddamn Dolph Ziggler.
Oh, okay. I thought you said Dizzle.
No, fucking Dizzle because of Ziggler.
Okay.
He technically took the first dub in a sense because of goddamn Ziggler.
I'm telling you, man. Hey, look, Ziggs deserve respect. Which we'll get into Raw after Mania as well when we get to that.
Okay, yeah.
But
so I will say, personally speaking, my match of the night, of course, would be the ladder match. You know, I definitely want to give the utmost and biggest shout out to Carmelo Hayes because he held that North American Championship down.
Yeah,
like he held that shit down, and when Grayson Waller did his spot, all I could think about was Ray Phoenix and bent back paperclip. I hope Waller didn't break his arm because his arm looked pretty gnarly after he was laying there. But
that sunset flip power bomb on that ladder that Santos Escobar did on Solo Sikoa. Oh my god!
Stiff.
Like when he hit the back of his head on the ladder,
like that was a stiff power bomb.
It's crazy because the way he hit it, it looked like he should have just been flat on there. but when he bounced off of it, it was like something about that whole sequence just didn't look right. Like it didn't like trying to fit a square peg into a round hole, because it's like, yo, you shouldn't be hitting it that hard and then bouncing off like that. Just the physics on that just didn't seem right. But yeah, I have more respect for Carmelo Hayes, and I don't know if this was the direction that Trips had for him, because Trips seemed like he had something down the line for Carmelo Hayes, the way that they were doing the whole breakout tournament and everything.
Mm-hmm.
They seem to have flawlessly built up Carmelo Hayes, even with his own setbacks. They seem to have made it work in a way that makes him very much credible, to the point to where he is actually a pillar in NXT 2.0.
Yes.
But I'm so glad that Cameron Grimes got that title, because I would have been pissed.
The story was too there, like him being disappointed that he didn't qualify, that he was feeling like he was let down his dad, then especially when he got the second chance qualifier. It was too there for Grimes to not get it. So that's why when I put my money on Grimes, it was solely based off of where the story was going. Yeah. In my heart of hearts, I wanted Carmelo to retain. But the way that storyline was going, it would have been too weird for Grimes not to win that. So that's why I ultimately was like, yeah, Grimes got it.
This is why I need to do like I do with AEW and watch the product. Because yeah, I didn't know about the backstory of Grimes.
At least watch highlights of it. You know what I mean? At least watch highlights.
Well, I mean, to be fair,
it wasn't even so much watching the product. It was really more, I mean, even almost the vignettes kind of showed it. Because especially because he started feeling that way. Who did he lose to? Oh, when he first lost to Santos. When Santos qualified, he was all like, I had made this promise to my dad before he died that I was going to be champion. And then when Carmelo gave the last chance triple threat match, and the moment I saw that he won that last chance triple threat, it was like, well, I know who won that belt.
And on my original predictions, I was actually going with Cameron Grimes. I should have stuck with it, but then my heart was saying, I want Carmelo Hayes to win.
That's what I wanted to, but it was like the storyline was too bad.
You see, I was thinking that they were pulling the trigger on Solo already.
Well, watching it tonight, Solo is his first challenger.
Oh, shit. Don't tell me Grimes only lasts like 2 days.
I doubt it.
3 days.
That's going to be his first defense, but I'm pretty sure Grimes is still going to retain.
Yeah, but I mean, even before the match, even with all the vignettes and everything like that, you could pretty much tell once the entrances started who was going to win that title, because when in the disrespect of Solo Sikoa, Santos Escobar, and Grayson Waller getting jobber entrances on a fucking WrestleMania-esque show is bullshit for a title at that. Like, if this is a battle royal, I can understand, but
they didn't get jobber entrances. You had to watch the pre-show.
Oh, really?
Yeah, their entrances ended the pre-show. Then it rolled.
Oh, that's stupid.
Why?
Yeah. That's stupid.
Actually, I was watching the pre-show a little bit, but I was zoning in now because I was doing everything around my house. But I didn't even know that they had entrances. That's stupid. Come on, WWE.
Very, very, very stupid. You know what? That's almost about as stupid as a bit that I'll get into later with WrestleMania.
But yeah, right when the pre-show was ending, Solo and Santos came out first, then Solo. That's when it broke into the ending and the whole entrance, and that's when you already saw them in the ring. But I
thought it ended. I thought the pre-show ended with the women's tag match. That's why I was like, I guess I just checked out after that. Then
you probably did, but yeah.
I'm mad that Toxic Attraction, specifically Sheiks and JC lost those tag titles because
Yeah, me too. I'm upset.
They're getting their rematch right now.
Yeah, and see okay.
The point.
Well, you know what? I'll throw that in the same vein as Raw after Mania. We'll get into that too.
Like, what's the point of bringing Raquel Gonzalez and Dakota Kai back as a tag team? Like, they just like decide to bring it back randomly, and then like, what? After being a part.
Well, see, that was the reason why I went against them, because the way they was doing the whole Wendy Chu thing, I thought it was going to lead into Wendy Chu thinking Dakota abandoned her or something, or maybe Raquel had something to do with Wendy Chu, but it was whatever. But when I saw it was on the pre-show, that's why I went with Toxic, because it was like, it's on the pre-show. I don't think it's going to change hands.
Yeah.
They just got back together, but wrong. But Gunther beat up LA Knight. Not too much more to say.
Yeah, I wanted something better.
The Fatal 4-Way match. I understand what you just said, Jugs, but that match, that wasn't it, Chief.
I mean, Cora Jade, she is still great and stuff, but like she wasn't doing too bad. I mean, she's improving slowly, and Mandy Rhodes, she's also getting a little better. As she's been down in NXT. Yeah. She's definitely not ready to be on Mania. I can tell you that. Yeah, like, she's not ready to be on Mania yet. Like, she's not on the level like of a Charlotte or a Sasha Banks or a Becky Lynch. She's not on any of those levels. But she's gonna be there eventually. It takes longer time with certain wrestlers, and this is like in Mandy Rose case, it takes longer with her.
And then I was mad because my original pick was Mandy Rose until once again I let them fucking vignettes change my mind.
Now, see, when I saw that, I was originally kind of going like leaning towards Cora Jade when it was a one-on-one match, but then when they changed it to a fatal 4-way, I go like, I really feel like they don't trust Cora Jade to win the title here. And if it was a one-on-one match, this match would not have been that good. This match would have stunk the joint.
Yeah, my thing with that one is I would have went with Jaeger on this one, because I would have expected Kaylee Ray to actually win, because I think for storyline purposes it would make sense, because
I think Kaylee Ray's ship has passed, unfortunately.
You think so?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, if they give it to her, I would be surprised, but I honestly think KLR and EO are about to get called up soon. But yeah, I think that ship has passed with KLR. I think they waited too long to pull the trigger. Now, if they still do it, it'll be interesting to see. But I think that ship has passed, unfortunately.
I have a question, and this is on behalf of my buddy who I was watching WrestleMania with, or standing with. But what is it about Mandy that has elevated her to be champion? Because, yes, Mandy is Mandy, though. But what have we seen an upsurgence of, or a improvement in, to where she keeps the belt?
You know what? It's gonna be weird to make this analogy, but it makes sense. Look at Mandy Rose, how they did Dolph Ziggler.
Okay.
Mandy was just coming from the main roster. She kind of came back. So if you're looking at it in that, her status would technically be a little high, because she was on the main roster, kind of like how Finn Balor came back down and this, that, and the third. So right now, they're using her as the, if you can beat me, then you doing something special because you beat a former main roster talent.
Man, they don't get out of here with that bullshit. See, Dolph Ziggler is actually fucking good.
Look at who she beat so far. Granted, they were multi-women matches, but when you put it in perspective, she has beaten Raquel, she has beaten Cora, she's beaten EO, and she's beaten Kaylee Ray.
All right, beating Cora is nothing to brag about. She beat Raquel by getting Raquel. Raquel got hit with a shovel.
But still, in the history books, when it's written, Mandy Rose has won these matches.
I would have felt way better if they sent back somebody like Dana Brooke, because it would have made sense.
It would have.
Sending a Mandy Rose, who, yeah, she was a was she former tag team champion before?
No.
Okay, no. She was. They were supposed to be, but you know, Sonya would have been doing all the work.
That tag team, and they re-tagged her with Dana Brooke.
Okay, so she didn't really do anything notable though. That's the problem there, and it's not like she had promise, but she kind of just stuck to what she was doing. Oh, she can hit that knee. That's about it. As far as a match goes, whatever. But when she hits the knee, it's like cool. That's a highlight right there.
Okay, so look at it this way. Look at it this way, and to kind of answer what Yeager said too. If you take Raquel, you take Dakota, Io, and KLR out of it, who will be champion then?
Cheeks.
Yeah.
But remember, she's a tag team. Remember her and
she'll hold both of them.
Her and JC kind of tagging before Mandy took over the group in a sense.
She put a belt on each cheek, man.
There you go. That's what I see. I'm telling you.
but yeah.
I mean, but look at what she's done as far as her accomplishments were. Mm-hmm. She teamed with Sonya Deville, Fire and Desire. Mm-hmm. Nothing to show for it. Like Dizzle said, she teamed with Dana Brooke.
Nothing to show for it.
Nothing to show for it. She had
that relationship with Otis.
Nothing to show for it.
She slipped at WrestleMania and nothing to show for it.
I got to laugh to show for that one though.
Yeah.
I think everybody did.
Yes.
She had wardrobe. Was it her that had the wardrobe malfunction at Mania?
I'm pretty sure everybody. No, I'm pretty sure she did. Charlotte had one over the weekend.
Yeah.
Mia's had a couple, but not at Mania.
Yeah, I think it would have benefited somebody else in this situation. That's why I brought up Dana Brooke, because she at least you can't fault her for if she goes down, because she did come from there to the point to where you can see her getting better and then learning from that. Only reason I don't include Mandy in that, because I know Mandy was down there for like a spell, is the fact that at least with Dana Brooke, you can see that she would go down there to get better. Mandy was kind of pushed because of her looks and everything.
What
Dana
is happening?
What? Oh shit! Something happened.
What?
I kind of want to know, but at the same time, I don't want to know.
Toxic Attraction is tag team champions again.
What's the point? Like, I just want to.
What is happening?
I want to talk about Raw, but damn, like.
But yes, Toxic Attraction are tag team champs again. Not to cut you off, I'm sorry, but when did
no, you're good.
To do the same thing again. Mandy Rose came out and interfered. She caused distraction. JC and Cheeks did their hollow to Raquel. Now they're two-time champs. What is the point? Why have them lose Saturday and win them back Tuesday?
WWE logic for you.
There you go.
But what? Yeah, I'm sorry.
No, you're good. I mean, we got to move for Mandy anyway, because that's a. Go ahead, Jugs.
No. Like, actually, I forgot what I was going to say now. I completely. We were talking about Mandy, and I just go like, I don't want to talk about her anymore.
Hey, we can move on. Tony D and Tommaso.
Oh yeah, I'm upset about the results of this match here.
Oh no, I knew Tony. The moment Tony D had challenged Tommaso, I knew Tommaso was leaving, especially with him saying this was his last hurrah. Mm-hmm. WWE does not believe in you winning your last match.
Like, I mean, it should have. Like, he was paying.
Upsetting as hell.
Tommaso was paying homage to a lot of people in this match.
Yeah.
If I didn't know any better, like, I would think Triple H would have a son, and that would be Tommaso would be Triple H's son.
This was the point that I was mad at Peacock, because after this match, there was a whole send-off where Triple H came out and everything, and they cut to commercial on it, for me at least.
You have
And
Peacock Premium. You know,
that
paying $9.99.
that is my fucking issue. Why would you?
Ah.
Why would you cut such a touching moment for what? A premium viewing service?
That's crazy.
You know, I actually went back when I went back to watch the show
or whatever the fuck it's called, then yeah, you didn't see that shit. But if you had the premium, you got it commercial free. You saw a very nice moment where Triple H came out and like just came out for Tommaso. Like, pause. But yeah. Like, I'm getting tired of like the pushing of premium services in that regard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree with that. You know, when I went back to watch the show, you know, on Peacock here, you know, it kind of cuts off where Triple H comes out. Like, it cuts it off halfway. I'm like, what? Like, why did it cut off?
I guess it all depends on what Peacock you got. If you had the non-commercial one, you would.
Yeah, I got the non-commercial. I got the non-commercial one, but like it cut off on the replay.
Really? It still cut off? I was like, yeah, I thought the.
No,
like I saw part way and then saw Triple H, and I saw Tommaso leaving. Like, what the heck?
Yeah,
that
what it
me off the most is that commentators afterwards are like, well, if you have Peacock Premium, then you just saw this very touching
throughout the whole weekend.
Yes.
Because they want you to pay for the one that's $10 a month rather than the one that's $5 a month. Because if it's $10 a month, you don't get commercials. So
yeah.
Now
everything.
I have premium, but it still did something weird where once the match is over, you
Really?
saw Tony D. Well, no, I didn't get ads, but Tony D walked away. They had some motion rings that thank you, Ciampa, and all other shit. Then it faded out like it was finna go away, and then it faded back in. And I was like, wait, what? And then it continued on. But yeah, this I hate how they are doing that though, because everything that happens, like, okay, yeah, if you're watching it like this and blah 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 blah, it's like, I mean, come on. Like, if you're gonna do ads, do them in between matches where like you can miss like some backstage segments. But I mean, stuff that's pertaining to like pre and post match stuff that's out there with the fans, you need to be able to watch it like the fans are watching it within ring shit. But I mean, we've already talked about WWE Network regressing back to the ages of before it was top notch, which again, I don't know how they don't pick up that model, but
you know, like I saw that this recently added like a live 24/7 channel. Like it used to be. So when you go over the channels on Peacock, so when you go over the channels, you go to the WWE channel, and it used to be just like an on-demand thing, so you can just like watch whatever you want. But now it goes by like schedules, so you have a certain thing on at a certain time. So I wanted to see like during like for WrestleMania that night, I want to see like, hey, maybe might show WrestleMania on the channel. But no, it didn't, which is kind of. I don't know why you don't take advantage of that. You know,
like that. That's cable. What the fuck?
I mean, basically. Hey, look, they at least got the rewind button now, so now we don't have to wait and have to watch the shit live or wait till it ends to see the actual show without missing anything. So, you know, hey, there's that. But
and I thought Peacock had the entire WWE library.
Not yet.
No, they have to go through and filter stuff out.
They still filtering.
Damn, because I was trying to watch WrestleMania 19 not even last night, 2 nights ago.
I thought that should have been up there.
Yeah, WrestleMania 19's up there.
It wasn't when I tried to look for it.
Huh.
That's weird. That's odd.
I agree.
That is weird. Interesting.
Yeah, because I typed in WrestleMania and it showed me, let's see, last year's WrestleMania, and then like the top 10 matches of the last 15 years, where WrestleMania 19 is like 19 years ago. So, you're not going to see Rock versus Stone Cold then.
No. That's odd. See, I think you gotta go to like premium live events and then you go into WrestleMania and like has all 38 of them right there. Yeah.
Again, premium.
Premium, yeah. Everybody get the
That's what the bullshit is then. Is that only premium members got WrestleMania 19, but then my basic ass only has like these other fucking highlight events.
That
I think
might
that's very
be
interesting.
the case.
I see. I know that they have. I don't know. We're still on this topic, but I know they have ads on like during those shows you go back and watch, which is so stupid. Like, why would you have ads like during those shows? Like, you'd be watching the match, like from WrestleMania 19, and like halfway during the match you have an ad. Like, what? Like, this doesn't make any sense.
One thing that pissed me off about Mania, there were built-in ads that were just part of the show, like the DraftKings ads and shit like that. Like, why is that part of a WrestleMania show?
Because they want you to sign up and gamble.
25, like, I hate how they do gambling and wrestling now. Like, seriously, come on.
How is gambling on a wrestling match any different than what we're doing, except for money?
That's true. Yeah, it is on premium. Yeah, because I got all the WrestleManias right here.
Oh, that's bullshit.
Yeah. Thank you. Where the fuck was WrestleMania 19?
I guess last but not least, for Stand and Deliver, we have Braun Breaker, Dolph Ziggler, NXT Championship.
I like this match for a number of reasons.
Mm-hmm.
And that's only because, again, Dolph Ziggler is a fantastic worker.
Yes.
Dolph Ziggler is the reason why this match was believable for both men winning. But that's about where it ends for me because, again, it's hard for me to look past a certain match without thinking of an agenda-filled deal going on because you put the title on Ziggs and it's like, yeah, I want to feel good about this, but it's like, okay, when's the other shoe going to drop? And clearly we saw when that happened. But this didn't feel like when Finn Balor comes back down and then wins the title. This didn't feel like when Joe comes back down and wins the title. This felt like, hey, we're going to send you down. We're going to throw you a bone so that way you can help out these guys over here. And that's why it was very hard for me to take this match as seriously as I wanted to, like I would with any other takeover. And that's the main issue, is that this did not feel like a takeover.
And I hate that they don't call it takeovers anymore. I understand, it's 2.0. They want to go away from name takeovers.
So they just want to name pay-per-views.
I guess so. Yeah,
like right now.
So yeah, they're keeping all the names. They're just taking the takeover out.
Yeah, taking takeover out.
Mm-hmm.
So that's time where they won't be able to do. What was that last takeover? The last takeover that they did was 36.
Yeah.
They can't do 37 because that won't make any sense.
Yeah, they're just gonna start just naming it random shit whenever you have a regular numbered takeover there.
Yeah.
And another thing as to why this whole show just didn't feel like as it should have is because and Jugs can attest to this. Watching Ring of Honor Supercard of Honor the night before, it really cast a shadow over Stand and Deliver for me because I went from watching a fantastic wrestling event to watching, this. And so it was like
this diet WWE, as Scoot would say.
Yeah. And so, but yeah, that's just how I felt about that. I mean, as a whole, that's where I'm at.
Yeah, I agree. I think Bobby Roode actually he played a big role in this match here. Taking out that turnbuckle in the match, getting ejected from ringside. I also love how Dolph Ziggler, he's basically like he likes to be like Shawn Michaels a lot, and that gets under the fans' skin. That gets under their skins a lot. Because doing an elbow drop, getting ready to tune it up, do super kicks and stuff like that gets on their fans' skins, which is crazy. But I didn't expect Ziggler to actually win here. I thought it was gonna be like something like a Goldberg type match, where Ziggler kind of gets squashed or something.
Well, I didn't think he would get squashed. I just thought he was going to
not squashed, but I thought it was gonna be a quick match and stuff. Not necessarily a squash, but.
Yeah.
Because
Then we got Nikita on the screen right now.
Oh, Nikita Lyons. Oh yeah.
The
No, but
keto yams, my guy.
yeah. But no, I just got completely swerved with Ziggler winning. And I go like, yeah, I mean, like you said, Dizzle, I want to feel good about this, but at the same time, I'm going, what's their long-term booking for this? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, they don't really have any, to be honest with you. Like seeing what happened on Monday Night Raw, like, yeah. And
We'll get that. We'll get that.
Yeah.
Well, that was NXT Stand and Deliver. It was all right.
It was a show.
It wasn't the best in the lines of takeovers and takeover-like events, but it had some highs, it had some lows. Thank God for that ladder match. And the main event, because it was pretty good.
Now,
too.
I would say that ladder match was better than the Revolution ladder match that they had. It had a lot more athleticism. You had a lot more crazy spots going on in this match here than the one for AW Revolution. I'll have to say that.
That was NXT Stand and Deliver. Now we're moving on to WrestleMania Saturday night. Thank God when Becky Lynch and Bianca Belair came on, because boy, I was losing interest.
Yeah. First things first, because I'm not even going to talk about the SmackDown tag titles or that match. Now, granted, I will say this on top of that. I don't know if Shinsuke and Boogs were supposed to win. It
seems like they were, because with Boogs, him getting injured, kind of getting carted off, or not getting carried off after, and then them bringing up later on in the night. Like, this seems like a legitimate injury. This doesn't seem like kayfabe.
Oh yeah, no, he's hurt for real.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Quad.
Yeah, he really hurt his quad. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. I mean, Usos retain. I mean, it's no surprise there. I mean, you talk about anything that has to do with the bloodline, it should be a preconceived notion of that they're going to win all their matches until you start to see cracks or downfall start to happen with the bloodline, or you see some kind of adversity. Now, you will know for a fact that the Usos are going to be the first ones to start to show that crack in the armor down the line, because once they start to lose, and it's inevitable that Roman is the next to fall. But this matchup didn't seem like it was going to be that time. So it seems like there's going to be a tag team that I would hope, build up to take on the Usos. Corbin and McIntyre.
I did like the promo for this, the video package for this. How they Corbin has transformed into Happy Corbin. I thought it was funny.
I'm fine with the feud. I just wish that it was over something more credible. I wish that, like, you would just say, you know what, Happy Corbin's been on a winning streak. He's just been on this roll. He wants to go up against McIntyre, but it being over him stealing shit and then WWE bullshit.
Let me go back to the SmackDown Tag Team Championship match for a second. It's unfortunate to see the position that Shinsuke Nakamura is in right now. I mean, no disrespect to Boogs, but like Nakamura, he should be doing so much better stuff right now.
As should a lot of people in WWE.
Yeah. It's terrible. And then Drew McIntyre here in this situation, him in like this last year he was in a main event caliber match.
Yeah, he was Bobby. He lost to Bobby.
Yeah, he lost to Bobby, which I thought that was a great decision to do last year. But now he's in this mid-card match here against Happy Corbin. Like, what?
And he's been beefing with since December.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm okay with Drew being in this match.
No, December.
I'm okay with him being in this type of match because he did just come off of an injury. So I wouldn't want him to be in some marquee match where, again, he could probably be re-injured again, trying to please the fans. Give him something light. That's cool. But I wish this was just them wrestling for the sake of wrestling. But to get on to what's up, Yeager?
Oh no, I'm just reenacting how I felt about the match.
So the first highlight, I guess, that I would have, surprising as it may be, Logan Paul.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Lo-
yeah, I gotta give credit where it's due, man. He had the drip, he had the whole personality ready. He actually came to the ring looking like a wrestler, albeit green, like a grin around the edges, but like I feel like he did the Bad Bunny and put in the time and got some training.
Mhm.
Yeah.
He looked like he belonged.
I think all the celebrities during this weekend, they kind of showed out. All of them, which we'll talk about night 2 here, with the Knoxville match. But I think all celebrities showed out, really.
For the most part. But that's about as far as that goes for me with this match. I'm glad Miz got a fucking win.
Yeah.
Because I'm sick of him just being the company man and just doing the job for them. Because he look, as much flack as Miz gets, he deserves better.
He does.
He deserved a better title run than what he got when he lost to Lashley. I felt that they missed on capitalizing off of him with the 2016 SmackDown run when he had the Intercontinental Championship.
Yes, definitely that one.
Yeah, he's being misused, and he can be a credible villain, which he's going to be overshadowed now because now Edge is the big bad, or going to be the big bad on Raw. So, but yeah, Miz and Logan Paul go over, so I'm cool with that. But then we get into, as Scoot would say, the savior. Yeah, Bianca Belair and Becky Lynch.
Now, before we get into it, I will personally want to slightly apologize to Becky because I've been giving Becky a lot of flack this whole time, especially since she came back and won the belt. Y'all know how we felt about that. Mm-hmm. And her character work has been kind of all over the place, but it kind of made me remember Lynch can really go.
Oh, yeah.
And when it came down to it, her and Bianca had a very good match. Mm-hmm. Very good match. And of course, the one who won should have won. Because if Becky would have retained, then it just would have been like, wow.
Robbery.
Being the only person here that actually picked Becky to win, I'll tell you why.
Yeah, why? Yeah, why did you?
Yeah, tell us why did you pick Becky? Yeah,
because she was going into this new like villain-esque character change, where it's like, well, now because I seen how the fans treated me, it's like I would have sold my soul to keep this and all this other shit. So it's like, okay, they may be going somewhere further with this to give her more of an edge, and then have Bianca climb up a bigger hill. And after watching last night's Raw After Mania, the decision would still stand that I would have still picked Becky to win, because granted, here's the problem with what WWE has done with Bianca. She deserved to get her belt back earlier. The problem with this is that they prolonged this whole deal, and they didn't do the necessary work to build up Bianca and capitalize off of her losing the way that she did. It was pretty much the same song and dance as it rolled on, and you didn't do anything credible to build her up to where it's like, well, I'm gonna fight my way up to this point. It's just you had her chasing after Becky, not her saying, "Yeah, I'm gonna bite down and earn my way back into this situation." It was just, you already knew that they were going to have a collision course at WrestleMania. It wasn't something where it was like, this feels organic. It's like, nope, this feels like that's what they're planning now. So, and I didn't like that. It's not what WrestleMania is. Now, granted, WWE has not been WrestleMania for a while, but that's why I chose Bex to win, because I felt like that's the way that they were going to go with that.
Okay.
I will say this though, that was the best KOD that I've ever seen delivered.
I mean, that was some WrestleMania stank on that KOD.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yes, it was definitely my match of the night. Like, I understood what happened a little bit later. It was still my favorite match of the night. I mean, and then Bianca even had the best entrance of the night. Shout out to TSU. You know, she even had the best entrance of the night.
Yeah.
Well, actually, both nights. Which, what's up with them not having the grand spectacle of entrances anymore?
I don't know. Yeah, because Becky just did like a regular creative character entrance on WrestleMania. Came out in the SUV and then came out the car. I would.
You know, I like the Sasha entrance. You know, her coming out in the car. You know, paying homage, like
It was still
kind of paying homage to Eddie a little bit.
yeah, but it was just Naomi throwing ass in a Lamborghini.
exactly. So like I said,
Sasha should have drove down the ramp. Should have drove down the ramp.
Yeah, and then risk dropping like $250,000 on that car.
Hey, it's WrestleMania. Some got to happen.
WrestleMania, exactly. It's WrestleMania.
Hey, look, if John Cena can drive full speed into the arena in a Ford GT.
Smashing through that glass. Oh man.
Yeah. Hey, Eddie coming down the lowrider on multiple occasions.
Yes. I
Kurt
think that
Angle
was
with the milk truck.
Yeah, I agree about these entrances at Mania. Yeah.
they did flip a Jeep for the Big Show, so but you know what? Becky and her Lady Gaga appearance aside, like seriously, with the straightened hair and the sunglasses and the wild ass wrestling outfit, I was just like, all right, Becky, this is like it made me miss.
And her ass was damn near hanging out.
Yeah. I mean,
I wasn't ashamed of it. I mean, like,
no one's mad at that, but it made me miss steampunk Bex.
a little bit. Just a little bit.
Yeah.
No, it's big time Bex now.
Yeah.
She's got a whole bunch of.
I almost want to call her Gaga Bex now, but
Gaga Bex.
All right. So, do we want to fast forward to Seth Rollins?
Of course. Yeah. Look.
Yeah.
Right.
Rollins' character work as of late.
Ever since he became the visionary, ever since he fully leaned into this character, his whole happy, maniacal self, and it was just beautiful. Like I hate all the hoops they jumped through for him to have this match, but for him to come out in that amazingly amazing outfit he was in, you know, being a choir director and all, and then him waiting on his opponent. Then
the whole choir thing kind of reminded me of when Cena came out at WrestleMania 27. Yeah, do that whole choir thing.
Yeah,
them doing the
not to cross
that. Yeah,
not to cross brands here, but how are you going to give Rollins credit for his drip, but not Don Callis credit for his?
Oh, simple. Fuck Don Callis.
Yeah.
Whoa. Hold on. I'm sorry, Jugs, because we glossed over this. Like we didn't even touch it, and it came back to me. Why the fuck was Malcolm Bivens wearing all that fucking pink with a pink do-rag?
Loved it.
Fuck.
Loved it.
Fuck.
Loved
Bivens.
I love Bivens.
Loved it.
like, dude came out looking like Steve Harvey. Come on, man.
Steve Harvey ready to sell drugs.
Bivens
That's what it was.
Forever.
Harvey.
Bivens forever.
Malcolm Harvey.
Yes. Rollins
there was like build like before Seth Rollins tweeted something out on Twitter and it was kind of funny. He actually took a thing of, I think it was not Jungle Boy, it was Marco's stunt on Twitter, which I thought was funny. I was dying laughing like that. I go like, wait. Like I knew he was like doing he was trolling us fans, but like I was dying laughing at that. Like it's no way, it's not gonna be them. Like we all knew it was gonna be Cody. We all knew that.
So why didn't you think it was gonna be Cody, Dizzle?
Because
before we get in it, why didn't you think Cody was gonna debut on Mania?
So as I stated in Tag Talk, a Dizzle moment. The thing is, I felt like it wouldn't have hit home like the right way if he just would have came in and debuted just in a match, like with no clear motive, you know. But and the way that I see him debuting is the same way that he came in last night at the Raw after Mania. If he would have just nothing else came in and then just basically just like, this is why I came back, this is why I'm here, no match whatsoever, and then you had Rollins come out to shake its hand and then start that feud from there, perfect. But for him to come in and have a match, it's even after watching it, still fine, but it still is lackluster to me because it's like just to come in and automatically have one WrestleMania match over everybody that's been working there so far. You know,
if you put it that way, it makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, the same way they brought Rousey in.
But Rousey actually, if she got slotted into Rumble, so I'm okay with that because hell, how many people get slotted in a Rumble on a yearly basis? So that's why that makes sense to me. And on top of that, their women's roster is lacking in the numbers area, so they hurting for people. And if
would you had Rollins face then?
Shane McMahon, nah, I'm kidding.
The Fiend.
If he's gonna lose to somebody that could actually use that, you honestly put him up against Veer. Give Veer something. Give him some type of push instead of bringing him out to fuck up the Mysterios. He's mid card at this point. Like, I mean, unless you got it. If he comes in and beats Rollins on a Mania, and you've been plugging him this whole time, you talk about, okay, Raw after Mania, we know what star we need to look forward to this year. But to have him come in,
bad idea, now that you said that.
Yeah, having him just come in at the Raw after Mania without any fucking star power other than, you know, Veer's coming, and then have him do this, again,
you know, when Cody did his entrance, well, before he even came out, when I saw the pyro hit, like, it's Jericho, because that seems like some Jericho. That seems like some Jericho pyro, like it really does. And how he's in this whole JAS over there, the Jericho Appreciation Society in AEW right now. You know, saying they're entertainers, you know, taking shots at WWE.
I'll give them that for the whole sports entertainer thing. But.
Yeah, when they did that pyro there, I thought that was hilarious. But you know, I like how Cody came out to, like, when it said wrestling has more than one royal family. I mean, I already knew that Cody owned the rights to that song. You know, of course, he was, you know, an owner there, executive over there in AEW. So I knew he already owned the rights to the song. When I heard that, I lost my shit a little bit there. I lost it just this little bit.
Yeah.
Like I mean, I expected him to show up, but like I marked out just a little bit.
I mean, if I was thinking of possible alternatives, you could have given it to the guy who had just lost a few hours before, Braun Breaker. Just had him call it.
Or you know, they could have gave it. No, I was about to say Ciampa.
I mean, you could have.
Ciampa wouldn't have been bad either.
No.
But you know how they were hyping up, they were saying a former WWE, they said former WWE champion, but Cody's never won the WWE championship before.
No, that was just them trolling.
Yeah, that was.
Oh no! What they did was say because it was a picture of Vacant, and that's what it was.
Didn't he win a belt though?
Yeah, Cody was Intercontinental.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So I mean, he technically was a former WWE champion.
But like he's never won the big. He never won the big.
Yeah, I think the tweet, the meme was of I think it said world champion.
Oh,
I think it did because that's when it had a picture of Vacant, and then it had the picture of Rollins when he tweaked his knee and he had to vacate the title.
Yeah,
it was gonna be Kane, Mayor Kane. That's who it was gonna be. He was gonna come injured.
I would have cut the TV off.
If it was Mayor Kane, oh my god!
I would have cut the TV off.
But yeah, I mean the match wasn't bad. It was a pretty solid match for these two. But again, it was still weird for me to watch that match. And again, nothing against the match. It was just weird for me to watch it because it just didn't feel warranted to have Cody just come out and automatically just wrestle Rollins and then have that happen. And that's probably, go ahead.
I was gonna say, which I really felt weird about. Like, yeah, it's Cody debuting. Of course, you're going to try and put on the best show you can. But I felt like this match dragged on a little bit. I definitely feel like this match could have been over sooner.
You know what? Night 1, I was looking back at the time length of all these matches for night 1 over night 2. Night 1 had so much longer matches.
Yeah.
Yes.
They give matches time, which I'm happy about. I like that aspect.
Which at the end, I want to kind of ask you guys, like, what was your favorite night 1 or night 2 at the end here?
Bianca Belair and Becky Lynch was my favorite match of the whole weekend.
No, not the favorite, like not your favorite match, like your favorite night 1 or night 2.
Oh, night 1.
Night 1.
Yeah,
night 1.
I think it's for 3 years in a row because like last year I thought night 1 was better, and then 36 I thought night 1 was better also.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, night 1 easily. Mm-hmm. Let's get to the main event, which was Ronda Rousey and Charlotte.
All right, cool. Next
match was
I about fell asleep during this match here. No, not gonna lie, I about fell asleep during this match.
I mean, if I wasn't at work, I would have probably fallen asleep as well.
Because it was starting to get late for this show.
It was stale. It wasn't that good of a fight.
And having Charlotte retain, like what?
Yeah, Charlotte retained.
The most notable thing, and here's a funny thing outside of that. There's something that told me that Charlotte was going to retain, but you know my rule when you picking Charlotte for shit. The most notable thing in this match, the most newsworthy thing, was Charlotte's breast popping out. That's about it. Other than that, this match was like trash.
Yeah, when I saw the screen go darker, like, yep, there's a wardrobe malfunction.
And I think I completely missed that part.
Oh, it's there. Well,
yeah, it's
I
there.
don't. It may be there. I mean,
it's there for a brief second. Yeah, it's there. Yeah.
Well,
Well, time to pop on the peacock.
But yeah, other than that match was mid.
Yeah, I mean,
so moving on to the real main event.
I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised that Charlotte retained because her last name is Flair, and
well, they have to give her that win over Ronda. I mean, what other accolades does Charlotte need? Look, and again, nothing against Charlotte.
She's basically done anything. She's done everything that there is to do.
Yeah,
but just like Yeager just said, to the real main event,
yes,
KO show featuring Stone Cold.
I love the way they built this match up.
That turned into Stone Cold versus KO. Anything goes, basically.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
it was fun to watch.
Was he 57-year-old Stone Cold?
Stone Cold 57?
He's in it. I think he's like.
Let me look.
Yeah, pull up
right now, yo.
So.
Oh my gosh, Stone Cold.
He is 57. Damn. Okay.
I mean, you got to understand. He was with the Hollywood Blondes in WCW before going to ECW and going to WWF at the time.
When I did my predictions, I said someone with a stunner is going to win this match. And what's it going to be? Was it going to be stunning Steve Austin? Stone Cold getting stunned. Stunning Steve Austin, get it? Or what's it gonna be? KO.
Shout out to the Hollywood Blondes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but no, I love this match here. This was amazing. And Stone Cold, he can still go. Like when he took that suplex on the concrete. God, like that bump looked nasty.
Yeah, I was actually surprised that Stone Cold took some bumps. I was like, okay.
Yeah, he can still go in the case that he can actually take bumps. He's still moving kind of slow, but he can take the bumps. So that's
he took a ring post to the face, took a suplex on the concrete.
He took the suplex on the stage. When they were fighting on the stage, I'm like, yes, throw one of them off. I want to see someone go flying off the stage, WrestleMania stage.
I mean, you never know. His crazy ass would have done it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like have a whole bunch of tables down there going flying through the tables.
KO would have done it.
Yeah.
But it was happy that the show closed out with this. Because if the show would have closed out with Charlotte and Ronda. Oh boy, that would have been rough.
Because they were going back and forth saying they didn't know if they wanted to have this close the show or if they wanted to have Ronda and Charlotte close the show.
I'm glad they chose that.
Yeah.
Me too.
They chose right because it made sense moving into night 2 and what happened there. A lot of things made sense, and the way they booked this match was fairly well and in favor of Austin. And shout out to Kevin Owens for doing the job, which I'm pretty sure he had the time of his life.
Oh,
but,
yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. You know he did. You know he was enjoying every moment of that.
I mean, he got the stun Stone Cold, so.
Yeah.
Who else can say that?
And he got to take the stun himself.
Scott Hall stunned him at Mania 18.
Oh, and Vince McMahon also stunned him at a point.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you know he was enjoying all of that.
Yep. But yeah,
that was WrestleMania Saturday night. And let's move
night
on
2
to WrestleMania Sunday night, which was a show.
It was a show with some good moments.
Yeah, see, I felt a lot more entertained like throughout the night with the show. Like there weren't points where I was feeling like tired during the show.
That's the best way to say. I'm glad you said it like that. I felt more entertained with night 2. I appreciated night 1 because
I think night 1 had the better wrestling though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because with night 2
opening the show,
and that's where it started, because I think it was more beneficial for people to be in attendance because it's like they got that feel of how that show went, and to have Trips open up was like the best decision. Of course, he got his send off. He got a full on entrance, got his send off, putting his boots in the ring, said his goodbyes. Well, goodbyes from the ring at least.
Who opened up night 1 of Mania? Like, was there like any special like?
No, it just opened up with matches.
All he said was "Welcome to WrestleMania," and I was not happy about that.
Who did that? Was it?
Yeah, Trips only was like, "Welcome to WrestleMania" or something along those lines. Like he didn't give the full. Like I was expecting a speech.
Yeah, me too.
I was expecting something a little more heartfelt besides like 5 words from him.
Like he said, "Thank you and welcome to WrestleMania." You know, like what he used to do for NXT. You know.
Yeah. That's because we got heartfelt the few hours before with him and. Well, you didn't get that. That sucks.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, that's what sucks. I think that's why I was satisfied with his entrance, was because watching it earlier on NXT, it was like, damn. And then coming out, I was excited because it was like, well, yeah, just watch that tearful shit, and to this is like, oh shit, yeah. And then reality set in when he put his boots in the middle of the ring and walked off. So
yeah. And then he'll be back for the Saudi show.
Shit. Yeah, to just show up in attendance and just be there, but he's definitely not getting in the ring.
Not
Triple H he's not already in the Hall of Fame.
Yes. I think
I know he's in with DX. I know he's in
DX.
I know he's in with the Clique, you know, with them.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know if he's solo.
By himself, yeah. I don't think he is. At least not yet.
He'll be next.
Trips is only in through DX so far.
Yeah, so he'll probably get next year's, I'm sure. Should have let him keep.
You think they're gonna do Triple H and Batista the same year?
I mean, Batista has to fucking agree to it at this point, because I knew he agreed to this year the first time, but
no. He turned down 2020 to do 2023 in Hollywood.
Oh, okay. I mean, I would have said it's because the Bellas were in there at the same class.
We gotta have Drax there.
I don't want to be in the same class as the Bellas, but you know. But what were the low points of night 2?
Everything that wasn't Johnny Knoxville.
Damn.
Damn. That's how you real feel.
Pat McAfee.
Pat McAfee and Austin Theory.
I like the opener. That was really good. I like the RKO that Riddle hit. Like
But see,
he
the
hopped
thing
up on
is,
the.
if it wasn't for I just seen that match a few weeks ago on Raw, I would have felt differently about it.
Yeah.
But it just happened on Raw when it was RK Bro versus Alpha Academy versus Rollins and Owens.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, a weak part of Mania Night 2 was Bobby Lashley and Omos. That was one of the weakest matches, I thought.
I was definitely not expecting a clean win.
I was, because you can see they trying to have babyface Bobby.
And I should have went with Lashley since he was on the return, but I mean, Omos has been putting down bodies, man.
That's the reason I chose Bobby. Because it was more the storyline was more of who can topple this giant. And
I mean, but like Omos doesn't win out of this. Like Omos doesn't come out of this unscathed.
That's true. Which is why you give him a mouthpiece in the process.
Yeah,
because I saw him that last week I saw him cutting a promo. He was saying how or maybe it was a week before. I don't remember. He said that he could beat anyone. Like I go, like, what are you saying, Omos? Like I don't even understand what you're saying right now.
It's the evolution, and this it's a WWE standard for some odd reason. I mean, other promotions do it too, but it's like that evolution of the big man. It's like you have them come in, they dominate, and they keep doing. Then what's the next progression? It's like you try to set them up for a title. They can't talk, so you put them with a mouthpiece, and then you have them say everything and then set up everything to where they can win a title, and they emote for everybody.
Give him not only do you give him any mouthpiece, but you give him the most valuable.
I swear to God,
Malcolm Bivens.
That would have been amazing. But yeah, so
give him Bobby Heenan. Give him Heenan.
Let's talk about Knoxville and Zayn.
You know, I don't know who said this, but that match did not need to be as good as it was.
It was definitely one of those ones where it was like that shouldn't have been as good as it was.
I was laughing during the whole match, like all the stupid stuff that was going on, and like the commentary with Pat McAfee. Who was that guy who started like dancing and stuff? Like,
Chris Pontius.
Yeah, Chris Pontius. Yeah, I thought that was hilarious. He goes like, "Oh, I see it." Like, what's that?
Mm-hmm. I said, "Party boy."
Party boy. Yeah, Party boy. Mm-hmm. He was like, "I seen that ass multiple times." Like, Pat McAfee was hilarious.
Yeah, when Pat McAfee uttered this sentence, he's putting that thing up on Zayn.
them cheeks were. He said them cheeks were clapping.
I was like, oh, so. I mean, it's WrestleMania, so you can pretty much say whatever you want at this point. So, but putting that thing up on Zayn,
and then Michael was like, "How do you know? Like, how many times have you seen his ass?" Like, speaking for experience there.
There you go. Yeah, I mean, I enjoyed the match. It was cool. I really thought Zayn would get some type of win since he did lose his Intercontinental Championship.
The moment I had saw all those props and all the hijinks that was happening, that's when I realized Knoxville was going to win. Because at first, when they first announced the match, it was a regular match. It wasn't like a week or two in, then they ended up making it anything goes. But then, because I was the same way, I was kind of on the Zayn train too until all the props and all of the gimmicks started coming out. Then it was like, yeah, Knoxville's gonna win.
Craziness. Which, by the way, people, go out and watch Jackass Forever if you haven't.
I still have not seen it yet.
Yo, why is that on Paramount Plus? And then you had
it's a Paramount movie.
It's okay. Hey, look, you guys can use my login. It's perfectly fine.
Slide me that.
Appreciate the hookup over there.
But yeah, man. It wasn't a bad showing for now. I mean, it was that obligatory, gimmick match for WrestleMania, which is cool. I mean, I'm used to seeing Shane and Vince in those type of matches, but I Zayn is too good for this shit, man. Like, look, as character wise, which I hate when you show how good of a character you can be, they throw you in shit like this because Zayn, when he came back, when he had that feud with Jeff Hardy for the Intercontinental Championship, that was his wheelhouse. I was like, this is where we need to see Zayn moving forward. You know, he has his character, cool. He's already good in the ring, awesome. Let's move forward with this. But the moment that he starts showing how good of a heel he can be, then you start getting more into this area. And this is what worries me about that, because Kevin Owens is in a good position where he showed a good character and he kind of made it through the rough patches, and now he's doing shit like this. But where does it go for Zayn, though? That's my issue.
Just be probably floating around SmackDown, you know.
It's like, this was a conspiracy. He's gonna say this was. They're trying to still get. They're still trying to get him.
Yeah.
Don't continue that stuff. Like, he deserves. Like I said, he deserves so much better than what he's doing right now. And he's like, I love his character work that he's doing, but like, ring wise, he could do so much better.
Oh,
like, he's a great wrestler. I want bring El Generico. Let him be El Generico.
I'd be fine with that, but they may start us that shit. They may just have him just be El Generico the whole time and forget, or they may what was it? What Owen Hart do? Blue Blazer. That's what it was.
Yeah,
they made Blue Blazer the shit. So yeah, but it is what it was. I mean, it was very entertaining. I'll give it that, but I personally wanted more from it.
My bad, y'all. I was finished watching NXT. I'll tell y'all about it later. Shit's getting real. Shit's getting real. But I thoroughly enjoyed it. Like I said, it had no right to be as good as it was. The hijinks, and they did tell it was a good person with Zayn to do it, because considering how his character has been in the last few years.
By the way, did anybody call that number? That would be funny if that's actually said.
No, I did not call it.
Someone should call that. You know what? I'm gonna go back and watch me. I'm just gonna call that number.
But
this phone number does not exist.
That was definitely the first highlight. Pat McAfee, Austin Theory. The one thing I hated, because this is the one thing I told Ashley, when they showed that Pat McAfee vignette, I said, it sucks that WWE is petty as they are, because they ignored he had a couple of matches in NXT.
Thank you.
But look who he went against.
Adam Cole, baby.
Exactly. I was so upset.
And that's another thing that they did too. It's like, and I hate that they did it this way, is that all throughout WrestleMania, anybody who had a prominent vignette won. It was almost telling throughout that entire night with Bianca, Pat McAfee. Now Stone Cold was different because you had pretty much Owens talking for him, but throughout everything, for the most part, at least a good 75% of those vignettes, those people won.
Mm-hmm.
But this match, I mean, and I'm with you, Scoot. I think that if they would have brought up the whole thing of him being down in NXT and wrestling there, even if they didn't show the faces of said people, they could have just showed him doing, the moonsault and certain things here and there. But because I think he deserved it, because even back then, like, we didn't think that it was going to be anything, once he came in, and then he surprised us. Then he surprised me even more with this match, because of course he was and still is an athlete, but he's shown his athletic prowess. But one thing I did not know is that when he retired, which I'm glad this is part of that story, that he went and started training for professional wrestling.
I didn't know that, because I thought he started training like right when he, started doing his stuff with WWE.
Yeah,
like when he was about to have his match with Adam Cole, which I thought that was a nice wrinkle into like showing that in the video package.
Mm-hmm.
And Pat McAfee, he's a mark for the business.
Absolutely.
Yeah, show him when he was a little kid. You know, he wanted before he even was a football player. Before he was even a punter, he wanted to get inside the ring.
I love that whole story that they did with that vignette, and it made me have way more respect for him in this regard, because for somebody to take it that seriously, it speaks to the IWC as a whole. It's like, okay, yeah, well, like kind of how Tony Khan is. It's like, yo, that's one of us, and to have him come in, take it seriously, and then want to be there. It's like, this is the type of people that I want working for these companies. People that actually take it seriously and have a not even if you had a passion for it, but even if you have a bit of respect just for the business itself, it goes a long way. And
I also like how different athletes can transition. If they transition over pretty good. I like how they can transition, or at least have the respect for the business, which is a great thing, and that's what Pat McAfee is doing here.
Gotta love it.
Who had on their bingo card that match was going to turn into Pat McAfee versus Vince McMahon?
Look, I did not see that coming.
I did not either. It was rumored that they were supposed to have a match, but I didn't expect it. I didn't expect it that night.
And then when Stone Cold came out during that, like you said, you put something in the group chat, like, wait, what does that stand for? He said Stone Cold Steve Austin, like, there's no way it's going to show up. And then I heard the glass shutter. I lost my shit.
All of that was happening with Vince getting ready to fight and everything, and especially after he won, I was like, yep, this is the perfect time to close it out with Stone Cold.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Look, whatever rumors, and I'm pretty sure that's pretty much where the rumors ended, with him and Pat McAfee having that moment in the ring.
Mm-hmm.
Vince should not do anything physical.
I thought
anymore.
I thought when Vince had that football, like, please don't kick that football into the crowd. Like, you're gonna tear a quad. You're gonna do. It's gonna be Royal Rumble 2005 all over again. Please don't do that. Please don't tear a quad. Or when he took that stunner looked that was bad.
That was hilariously bad.
It's hilariously bad. Yeah.
And then for Austin to try to sit there and save it was just. It's a good thing it was a feel-good moment, because had it been anything else, it would have been a disaster. But because it was what it was, everybody was in on the joke. It's like, it's these two. Fuck it, they're old.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I agree. Vince should not be doing anything physical, but he does look like he looks like he's in great shape though. Like, that man goes to the gym so much. It looks like he goes to the gym so much.
Yeah, he does, but it's Vinnie Mac. It's good.
It's Vinnie Mac.
We luckily it didn't end with Vinnie Mac's stunner.
No.
Luckily, we ended, with Pat McAfee taking that amazing stunner.
Him and Austin Theory.
Austin Theory take that amazing stunner.
Over the top sell, and then McAfee doing the best realistic sell.
I mean the gushy.
One of the best sells ever. One of the best oversells was with Scott Hall when he took it at Mania 18 when he flipped back.
But then I love how he threw McAfee the beer, but then you see McAfee on the ground later on, just like
just having it. I didn't see it that night. I saw it when I saw the playback last night watching Raw. I was like, oh shit, I missed that.
I missed it at first too until I saw it on the internet.
Oh,
AJ.
Great match.
The match that happened right before that was AJ versus the set piece.
Yes, AJ versus the set piece. You're right.
Because he for those of you who don't know, AJ didn't get beat up in the back. He was coming out and then ran into a part of the ring sign.
I actually didn't see that part.
Yeah, that's what cut him. He didn't walk around far enough. He walked too close, and you can see it clip him in the cheek, and that's why.
That's why he was bleeding.
Yeah.
he got beat up. It's like beat up AJ Styles. Like, hey, Cena's coming back after him. It's the invisible Cena's coming for him.
Oh yeah, see, that's invisible Cena. Yeah, he never saw it coming.
He never saw it coming.
You know, the moment Edge came out, I was like, "Fuck, I made the wrong pick."
I was mad the way he was because he looked he didn't have that.
Did
that
he come
ego.
out to his old theme song or was it?
No, he came up to his new one. The Ultimate Bridge song.
Yeah.
I didn't like the way he was sitting in the fucking throne like he was scared. I wanted him to have like some motherfucking poise to it. I wanted to just sit with some ego to it, man. When he came out through the fire, I wanted him to be like he was motherfucking Dracula in this bitch. But you know,
I said something. I said this in like the group chat. I said this is the Undertaker Edge right here. You know, wearing that purple gear. You know, this is the not Mystery Darkness, but this is the Brood Edge. You know,
I had a little bit of both.
A little bit of Mystery Darkness. You know, Brood Edge here, which is great.
But and then shit. I mean, the fucking Prince of Predictions. You know, you keep predicting this shit. Because right when you said, "Oh, it's rumored for him to be in a stable with," I'm about to say his old name, but fuck it, rumored to be in a stable with Punishment Martinez.
Which a nice shout out on Raw.
You know, next thing you know, motherfucking Damian Priest is standing right there, and it was like, "Well, fuck this, Marcus right." I'm sorry, is Dizzle right?
What's this Smart doing?
I was like, "Fuck, is fucking Dizzle writing for these motherfuckers?" Like, goddamn.
You right for the. Tell me, what are you not telling us, Dizzle?
He got the inside track.
I'll tell you, look, if I was right for WWE, it would be a way better fucking.
It'll be way better writing. They would never hire people like us because we know too much about the business.
Charlotte would never be champion.
She would. Yeah, because we know too much about the business. That's why we can never get on. They love. They love to hire. They love to hire people that are like in like TV and like movies, like people that don't know really much about wrestling, because they go for more of the casual fans. That's how they clamored. That's what they, they go for more of the casual fans. Yeah.
I mean, again, this match, exactly what I kind of expected it to be, especially with these two guys. AJ can wrestle any fucking body and make it a fantastic match. Edge. Yeah. With him having the experience that he has and just having these two, it's like these two worked a solid match. And this is the problem with these two, because they have so much experience between them. A solid match just looks like a regular match to everybody else. Yes. So it's not, so us watching is like, damn, they have the nuances within a certain match where it's like, damn, you can see, this was good. They worked this part good. This is fantastic here. But because everything is so on point with these two, it's like, oh, look at this regular ass match. Because most people don't see it. It's like, again, it's like watching Dragon Ball Z, and you watching everybody watch the fight and everybody moving fast and shit. It's like, damn, I can't see shit, but everybody else is watching what's going on because their eyes can keep up. People with wrestling eyes can notice a good match when it's a good match, even though it looks solid, and be fucking fantastic at the same time. I said a lot of shit. It may not have made sense to a lot of y'all, but it's okay. But I did think AJ was going to win, because I figured that what was going to happen was Edge would lose, and this would be the catalyst for him putting his stable together.
Wrestling
but of course they pulled the trigger on it. Night 2.
Yeah, they did.
So,
but he was just standing out there, and it was like, fuck.
That's that. I said the same exact thing. I was like, that prediction's wrong. I'm glad that Priest didn't do anything. I'm glad that he just stood there. Because it made sense. I don't know what their dynamic is going to be. And I mean, we'll get into it when we talk about Raw after Mania. So I'll save that for then. But yeah, everything with this match solid.
I had no complaints. At times, I keep forgetting it happened in night 2 because other stuff happened. Now, the main event. I don't know how long y'all want to spend on it, but Roman Reigns is champion.
Yeah, I mean, we pretty much talked about it in the beginning when we mistakenly.
Everybody started off with 5 finishers, and they used it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Immediately.
I said in the group chat, I said, they each have the 3 moves of doom. With Roman having the Superman punch, having the spear. What else does he do? Superman punch.
Oh yeah,
spear.
He has guillotine choke.
Or the guillotine choke. He does this. He likes to do the Samoan drop, because he is Samoan. He likes. He's part
That's
Samoan.
a staple for all Samoans, though.
That's a staple for all Samoans. I really can't think of any other moves he does. He loves to do that. I don't see him do that drive-by kick anymore much.
He hadn't been doing it really since he became, the tribal chief.
That's true. And then of course with Brock, you got your German suplexes, F5s,
which is weird because Brock and Roman could actually have legit matches. So I don't understand why this wasn't a legit match.
And of course, I feel like in every single match, like with at least Brock Lesnar, the barricade has to get broken.
Yep.
Every single match, it's up. It's like, what's the word I'm trying to look for? It's overdone at this point.
Yeah,
it really is.
And I think that's why we didn't get Lashley doing it to Omos, because I think that probably would have been a spot they would have used for that match.
Yes,
but Roman's probably like, "Yo, no, we got to have this for our match, so nobody can go through anything. We're putting them through that.
We're tearing down the stadium."
And I think that's the thing with both Roman and Brock. They both like to utilize the barricade like that.
Yeah.
The only thing I hated about it, especially with this match, is it was almost like a callback to their previous one. I don't know if it's the most recent WrestleMania, but the one where Roman just kept hitting Brock throughout all the way around the ring with Superman punches.
Was that 32?
I can't remember which one, but yeah, that was
no. 32 was Triple H and Roman.
Yeah, I think it was after that.
I think it was maybe 30 because 33 was Roman and Taker. I think it was 31.
Okay.
And that's where Rollins cashed. That's where Rollins cashed in.
Was it that one?
Or maybe it was 34. Was it Brock and Roman at 34?
See, this is why it's so sad, because they've wrestled each other so many times at a WrestleMania.
I need to check that main event of Mania 34 because maybe it was 34 because I don't remember that Mania that much.
Wasn't 34 when Seth Rollins and Brock went at it?
No, that was 35.
That's 35?
Because that's when they opened up the show and then Rollins won.
Yes.
Really quick.
Damn, I forgot all about that match, man.
Yeah, because crazy. Rollins started off with finishers on 5. And he hit like 5 stomps in a row.
I too forgot about Rollins and Brock.
Yeah,
I'm trying to figure out which Mania it is. Man, now I'm gonna be because I remember the match at 31. That was a great match. Them bucking themselves out of that corner. Was it 34? No, it was 31. No, they had a match at. No, it was at 34. Yes, it was 34.
Yep. Oh, 34.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, see. Again, I'm at the point where I'm hoping that they are done with Brock and Roman.
Agreed.
For the immediate future and so on, because I think they've milked this cow dry.
Yeah.
And at least with Roman at this point, he's good. He at this point now he's at the tail end. Unless they do something just miraculous with his title reign right now, it's going to end stale, because the only other way you can go is Dwayne.
That's what they're already.
Do you think he holds his title until Mania? Do you think he does that?
I mean,
at this rate, why? Why not? Why not?
If it's Dwayne, yeah, because I mean, Dwayne's not coming back for any other show other than WrestleMania.
Yeah, let's start building up like for maybe at SummerSlam.
You don't think the prodigal son?
No, why? I don't know why. Actually, I don't know why they would start build up at SummerSlam, because SummerSlam's gonna be in Nashville, Tennessee, of all places.
I think the prodigal son gonna get them belts.
Hold on, you make a very valid point, Scoot.
Yeah.
You know what? Fuck it. Let's matter of fact, let's go ahead and roll that into Raw after Mania, because Cody came out, and I'm glad you said this, Scoot, because this may be their audible that they're calling. Because
Cody,
if you think about the promo that Cody gave, and the key points in that promo, saying that he grew up with, knowing that, Hulk Hogan held this belt this time, this person held this belt this time, and his dad held the belt, or not held the belt, but his dad should have held the belt, but on a technicality, he did not. Yep. So if you have Cody, who's going back to win a title, and if you can't get The Rock, you take the biggest person in the company at this point right now, who has all big gold and has been wrecking the entire company, just being on top, hasn't lost a match since the end of 2019. And the biggest payoff is having the prodigal son do the job for his father, and actually bringing justice and fulfilling a quote unquote self-prophecy. That could be the way to go. And I would
even though he can't physically give the title to his dad, he fulfilled his prophecy here.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's gonna be end up in a multi-man match. Maybe this is what they do. Maybe they have it, because with Seth Rollins coming out, maybe they do a triple threat.
That would be criminal.
And then, if they want to keep Roman from not getting pinned.
Well, that's the thing, because if Cody takes it from Roman, Cody has to pin Roman.
Yeah,
because
if Roman gets pinned.
This is why it has to be a one-on-one, because you have to build that up to where Cody is because it has to be about Cody. It's
do you think they wait to do it at this next show, or do you think they wait to do it at SummerSlam?
I think they're gonna do it at SummerSlam.
Yeah.
You think they'll wait that long?
SummerSlam? I think SummerSlam is when they do it.
It's gonna be one of the big four for sure.
Yeah.
Now, and this is WWE we're talking about, if they can make the story make sense up till Mania next year, then it should be then, because I think it would make more sense for Cody to earn his way up to that point. But if they can't, and I don't trust WWE at this point,
no,
then it should be summertime, maybe a little bit after summertime, depending on what happens. But it also depends on what the fuck they plan on doing with these two belts.
Mm-hmm.
Are they gonna make a new belt, or I have no idea. To be honest, I don't want them carrying both these two towels around. I want them to make a nice brand new belt that doesn't look.
Well, I mean, you can always do like Sammy Guevara and Ty Conti. It make a bit of an ornament, but anyway, no, but seriously, so they kept the two belts after Mania.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Which I think they're gonna. I guess SmackDown may be because I know Roman said stay tuned for SmackDown.
Yes.
So maybe they do something there. Maybe they're waiting on the belt to be made.
They have to.
I wouldn't be surprised if they keep it as both belts.
Honestly, that's a little overkill. And if you're gonna make it just one belt and not make a new belt, I'd rather it be the black strap.
Well, see, this is the thing. We're looking at it as overkill, but did we think it was overkill when Kenny Omega had all those belts?
That was from different promotions, though.
Yeah. But it was still It was still two TNA titles.
They're not gonna make it. Well, and this is just me spitballing and predicting this shit. They're going to keep the black belt because again, you go back to Cody's promo. He kept talking about the title that all these guys won, which is the WWE Championship. So they're going to do away with the Universal and just keep the WWE title.
Well, there was a rumor that they still wanted a champion on Raw and a champion on SmackDown. So I think it might come to a point to where Cody might just challenge for that belt or something. But
I still like having 2 championships because it lets guys who don't usually get opportunities go for that title.
Yeah, so.
But then again, at the same time, I like having just one champion and go to both shows. Like you have both, any guy go to both shows, and that's what I kind of like, because that's where some fans go like, oh, this certain guy's not on Raw, so I'm not gonna watch Raw, or this certain guy's not on SmackDown, so I'm not watching SmackDown. So that's why I feel like they're trying to slowly drifting away from this draft, and then eventually they're gonna bring the draft or like. From the brand split, slowly drifting away from the brand split, and then watch it bring it back again. It's WWE for you. But
I mean, who knows what's gonna happen with the brand split? Because I mean, you got Fox and then you have USA, so that's a whole other thing. Stay. Yeah, I think that SummerSlam thing may come to fruition, because if Cody is to win that belt, and Roman keep the Universal, that may be Roman's first loss in a long time.
Mm-hmm.
It's just for that belt solely, because Cody with Cody wanting that belt specifically, he won't have to challenge Roman for both belts. He can just say, no, I would just want that belt.
Mm-hmm.
So that could be their way out. So that actually might work for the better, instead of waiting trying to pull the trigger off WrestleMania. You can still have the brand split, have 2 champs, and not have to worry about Roman defending both belts as one. So yeah. That makes the most sense. Yeah, but an emotional promo by Cody. I thought this promo made the most sense. It solidified exactly why he's back. Now, granted, I did watch the backstage interview that he had when he did the press conference after Mania, and he established everything there. But this was fantastic, and I think now it makes more sense why he's there, and I think he belongs. It just fits now.
Mm-hmm. And the crowd was so behind Cody there. Like, man, they better not screw it up. I don't know how they could.
From what he was expecting him, first of all.
Well, from what he was saying in the press conference, he said his conversation with Vince prior to him being signed. They gave him a pitch and he loved it. So, and I'm pretty sure it has something to do with what he talked about last night with basically him fulfilling, the Rhodes dream or whatever. No pun intended.
I'm gonna say also too, with this Cody situation, we need to also pin this Cody situation, because we need to get more depth into it on Thursday.
Also, I gotta say one more thing.
I'll say Thursday we need to really get into it.
Hangman Page he's being very petty right now. Like, he was at Mania and he was giving Cody the fingers, like, how could you do this? You're a sellout, Cody. Like, he was doing all that type of stuff. But then again, Hangman Page, he paid a ticket. He paid for a ticket to go watch the other company.
I mean, that could have just been to draw heat.
Yeah. I think that they're still friends. It's just that. Look, at the end of the day, all these professional wrestlers, for the most part, at least a good 80% is that big camaraderie. So, I mean, I know for a fact they're all pretty much happy for Cody.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So,
I do like how on BTE, like, they were talking about how they had a big announcement. It was for BTE 300. They're like, oh my God, this is amazing, guys. This is something that we've been needing to address for a little bit. We hadn't really talked about it. And it's like, Matt's going like, I got my Air Dior's. I got a new pair because they got stolen. Yeah. And he's like, yeah, man. And Nick is like just hyping that up, going like, yeah, that was a really tough moment for you. Like, I'm happy that you were able to get a new pair, this and that. And then Cutler was just like, wait, guys, like, you're not going to talk about Cody? And they're like, what's up with Cody?
That's funny.
Yeah. But no, I mean, overall, Cody did what was probably best for him and his family, his new family. But Yeah, I mean, as long as he gets pushed to high heaven, as long as like the stories make sense, as long as he doesn't end up getting part of budget cuts within the next couple of years, then he made the right move. Then I'm happy for him. But I'm not gonna like hold it past WWE to WWE.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And shout out to Rollins for that nice little moment, because if you watch the handshake, he did mouth "Welcome home." Yeah. So you caught that. Yeah. So yeah, good on that.
Everybody, did y'all get to see Ezekiel debut?
Man, if you don't get out of here with that bullshit,
I don't even want to talk about that. Like that was terrible.
How do you take somebody who had character and then strip them of said character?
What are y'all talking about? That's his little brother. That's not the same guy.
Stop it. Because now it's about to be this whole no face, no case bullshit you did with
we don't know who beat up Darby Allin.
Look,
we still don't know.
That falls in line with the same league as Pete Dunne's twin brother Butch.
Yeah.
You know, it looked like he kind of looked like who was it? Like who was EC3 back in the day?
Patrick Bateman. I mean Derek Bateman.
Derek Bateman. He kind
Bateman,
of was look like Derek Bateman a little bit there.
This was I no man. This is fucking weird.
They're saying that this is not it.
Like this is what you like. This is they did the reverse. It's almost like Ezekiel was a wrestler who didn't get over, and then he left and then came back as Elias. It's like, how do you go back in time? Like this is like This is like Performance Center Elias right here.
Yeah,
it's like he came in. Yeah. It's like Husky Harris, then turned to Bray Wyatt. It's like what the like. He looks fucking generic now.
Yeah, he does.
Like somebody answered the call and said, "I want to walk with Elias," and they just kept walking. That's where Elias is going.
Then we also had the rematch for the NXT title.
On Raw.
Again, Braun Breaker.
I hate this shit. I hate it. I hate that WWE does this. Like, what's the point of having WrestleMania rematches on the night after WrestleMania? And then to do the fucking title change, which makes the whole match prior to this null and void. Like, why even have the fucking match? It's that's 50-50 booking to the fucking team.
I almost hit up the group chat and said I was gonna take your 2 points away, Dizzle.
No, man.
Yeah, I would have got my points.
You would have to take Jaeger's points too, because Jaeger picked Dolph to win too.
I did.
Oh shit! That would have changed the whole outcome.
Damn. Okay, go change the points.
No, this is Mania.
The whole outcome.
We reviewed Mania.
You're right. But yeah, so I was so pissed off at that bullshit.
Next year, here's what we're doing. We're adding Raw into this next year because, like, we gotta add every show into it.
All right, fine. But if we're gonna do that, then we gotta choose between either the Raw before or after, and it's probably gonna be after.
Yeah, it's always after.
What else? I guess Edge and Damian solidify that they are running together as a group.
Okay,
when you want the House of Black, but you get this.
That I'm interested in.
This is my biggest talking point. Just for everything else is fine, but this is probably my biggest talking point because I raised the question to everybody here because I see this as a more evolution of a Ministry of Darkness because I feel like because Edge was in a Ministry of Darkness, it's like he's graduated to boss status. So now he's the one that's picking up the remains. Two questions. First, how many people join this group? And two, who joins this? Well, as Brody King would say, great value House of Black.
I got a couple guys who I think can also join. They're down in NXT right now.
Rhea would be next. Rhea and Liv would be next.
No. Rhea is betraying Liv Morgan next week.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. They set it up for that to happen.
Oh yeah. It's
done deal.
But Liv is such an obedient sub.
Well,
I got
Liv-
a couple guys
go
from
ahead, Judge.
NXT that can be a part of this, maybe. That guy Harlan and
Gacy.
yeah, Gacy. That would be interesting to see. Oh, well, maybe Harlan, because Harlan he's a very interesting guy.
But Rhea is next, and I can see it being them three for a little bit, because then if
Another
Rhea's
NXT guy that
next-
would be interesting would be Zion Quinn from NXT.
Because then if Rhea is next, Rhea can then become a potential threat to Bianca Belair.
That's true.
I'm
And
trying
then
to
you
figure out
can-
more
I mean,
dark people.
Honestly, that's a perfect stable as is though, because Edge
Yeah.
for the WWE title, freaking Damian Priest already has a US belt. Rhea takes the women's title. Yeah.
Wait,
Well,
doesn't
Priest
Finn still
had
have
the
no
US.
Finn? Doesn't Finn still have the US belt?
Yeah, Finn still has
Oh,
the
I'm
US.
so sorry. Never mind.
Okay.
But yeah, I think Rhea would be next. And they was also saying Tommaso could be a rumor for the group.
I mean, that makes sense. Being with the
The
with
black
the
one.
relationship that Ciampa has with Edge, and how much he's
Yeah.
talked about Edge when he fucked up his neck too.
Yeah.
Here's my only thing with Rhea. If Rhea is put in here, because I would have said Liv, to be honest. But if you do put Rhea has to wear a fucking suit.
Why not?
Yes.
She has to wear a fucking suit.
Yeah.
I think she would.
I mean, she's already daddy. Come on, man. The way she's been
No, I was thinking about who's that on Smack? Who's like Jim or like a Jim?
You mean
Sonya Deville?
Yeah.
Put Sonya Deville in there. She's already wearing a suit.
Now, if that's the case, because I didn't even think about Rhea like that. That actually,
That's
it's on
that's
the
right.
nose, but at the
Dude.
same time, it does make sense.
Look at the way she's been pinning like every woman
Yep.
for like God knows how long right now.
Yep.
And the way that Liv was has been constantly taking this knee and wrapped around her leg, like it's a dom sub relationship.
Mhm. Now, I'm gonna take a little spin off of what you just said, Dizzle. I can see the whole Ministry of Darkness thing. Well, we sprinkle a little bit of evolution. Because it'll be Edge being the spot of Triple H, but instead of a Ric Flair, he'll be bringing up 3 more people who we can elevate.
Okay. I like
So
this.
Damian Priest being one of them, right?
Like I said, most likely I can see Rhea.
And then we need another guy in there.
So whoever will be the other guy.
That's a hard question.
Who do
Tommaso,
you have?
Tommaso's a good one. But I want more
you
of
know
a
what?
younger
He
guy
would-
though.
I mean, Tommaso's not like a super young guy like Orton
Yeah.
was, but he would fit the role of like the newcomer.
Mm-hmm.
True.
Hmm.
But we shall see as it unfolds.
It'd be
Yeah,
weird to think of Damian Priest as a big man, though. I mean, he is a big man, but I don't
Yes.
see him as a big man.
Which is why you probably wouldn't need the traditional big man.
That's fair.
Which is why I would say, and just again, hypotheticals.
Fantasy booking.
Outside of Ciampa, I would honestly say Cameron Grimes. Most people would sit here and they would say Dexter Lumis.
Ooh,
Dexter Lumis. Okay, that's a good one there.
I hadn't even thought about it. But then you'd have to also bring in Indy, wouldn't you?
No, you can split that up.
Separate that shit immediately.
No.
Damn, y'all immediately.
Yes.
Y'all don't fuck with love? Like,
but it
That
makes
is
it
her,
so.
that is her bow.
So if you forego the Cameron Grimes thing and you put Dexter Lumis silent killer with Ciampa's psycho killer, there's your tag team right there.
Yeah.
yeah.
And
But we'll
now
see.
you got a complete stable.
I like that.
So well, I mean, that was the highlights of Raw after Mania. Like, other stuff is other stuff.
the Bloodline did come out. Bianca had her promo, which the
Bianca had her
fans
moment.
seem kind of iffy. Now I don't know if it's because her promo went on a little long because it did seem kind of dry at certain points.
Yeah.
But that's one of the reasons why I said what I said, because it doesn't feel like it was like, because even when the people tried to start a "You Deserve It" chant, like it was cool, but it wasn't like,
Yeah, it wasn't like how it was last year.
Correct. Mm-hmm. And that's why I think it was a disservice done to her. But like, it has nothing to do with her. This is purely on WWE for not capitalizing on the build. Yeah. So hopefully they like make this title, because one thing I don't like the WWE does is they'll see something and they'll just completely abolish it when they see it's not working rather than give it time. They need to allow Bianca to build up her stock, just like they did with Becky when she downgraded her stock with this whole big time Bex thing. Do the opposite with Bianca. Let her ride this out, have her some good ass fucking matches, and then carry her on into, whenever the next challenger comes up, potentially Rhea, if this is what's going to happen. But yeah, I mean, this Mania was cool, but I mean, the Raw after Mania was cool, but I mean, I was in it for really the Cody thing, and then and Edge and Damian Priest.
It went like this. It kind of went like this, and it kind of dipped a little bit, but it was mainly doing that.
Yeah.
Correct. So
yeah.
Like it started out hot, then like you said, like it went down and then dipped for the most part.
What we alluded to earlier, MVP betrayed Bobby Lashley and aligned himself with Almost.
Yeah, so that was lackluster.
It kind of was.
Yeah. I mean, I was kind of expecting that to happen at Mania.
Yeah.
But if you want to do it on Raw, sure.
They had to save something for the Raw after Mania, because even then, I mean, what are you really?
We had another NXT title match.
Stupid.
Yeah, I don't understand that one.
Ridiculous, man. But I mean, it was what it was, man.
Yeah.
It was.
And speaking of NXT title matches, Gunther challenged Braun Breaker for the NXT title tonight.
When I was reviewing my when I was reviewing NXT Stand and Deliver, I said, that's probably who's going to be challenged next for the NXT title.
Well, it happened tonight.
And since he just won that title back, he's gonna conquer. Yeah,
he's gonna conquer Gunther.
Well, he's gonna be Gunther. He ain't gonna be Walter though.
Yeah.
Well, Braun Breaker kept the title. He beat Gunther. So.
Oh wait, that happened. What? That happened tonight.
I just told you it happened tonight.
I thought the rematch was declared tonight.
No, Gunther challenged Braun Breaker tonight.
Why?
For the NXT title.
Wait, and where was the show? Was this show back in Orlando?
Yes.
Okay, because I thought maybe they did like a taping or something.
No. It's back in Orlando.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. Gunther challenged Braun Breaker tonight.
That could have been a pay-per-view or a special event.
Speaking of Gunther, okay, I think that this is kind of going back to the match with LA Knight. I don't think that match was like as good as matches we've seen in the past, like with Ilya Dragunov or like Tommaso Ciampa or like no.
Oh no.
Remember,
this is not Roger Trump was his better match. Was his last good match. What happened?
You have a point there, Jaeger.
This is not Walter anymore.
That's what I said. I said if he beats Gunther, he can beat Walter.
Yeah.
But what happened was also too, Imperium looks like it's breaking up too, because Eichner and Bartel had a match against the Creed brothers, and Eichner walked out on Bartel.
Really?
Yeah. And then Bartel was back there, talking with Gunther like, what's up with your boy? This, that, and the third. And they had a match. Like I said, Braun Breaker and Gunther had a match. And it looked like Gunther was going to win. But, he hit all the moves. He hit the splash. He hit the power bomb. All of that. But Braun Breaker won and kept his belt.
Wow. How in the fuck? WWE's done it. Because there's no way I would have thought that you could downgrade the fucking general.
3/3 chance of winning.
How do you downgrade the fucking ring journal? That's that. It's a fail safe. Like how the.
But Breaker also has a new challenger as the show ended.
So now he's Solo
Sikoa.
Again,
Solo Sikoa is challenging
the North American Championship.
Yeah, and that's gonna be next week. Along with, since I told y'all Toxic Attraction got the belts back, Dakota Kai is fighting Mandy Rose for the women's championship next week.
What?
Well,
I mean, yes, but what?
Yeah.
When did Dakota Kai earn a title shot?
Well, Mandy Rose did screw over her and Raquel tonight. So
but what?
Yeah. Mandy
Rhodes screws over her and Raquel on behalf of Toxic Attraction. And now from that we get Dakota Kai versus Man. You know what? This is WWE booking.
We need to quit thinking about this too hard. We need to quit thinking about this too hard because this is WWE booking it to a T.
Well, as Braun Breaker won the belt for a third time of the night, Joe Gacy pops up on the screen.
What?
Well,
I'm officially done with NXT.
Wait.
I'm going to bed.
I'm gonna go to bed.
Before the first two vignettes, Joe Gacy was talking about, Joe Gacy things. The third vignette, they kidnapped Rick Steiner. And they said, you really want to know what family is about? We'll see how much you really love your family. So,
are we going to get the big reveal?
Huh?
Are we going to get the big reveal?
I mean, well, no, they already acknowledged that Rick Steiner is his dad.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because Braun
he inducted him into the Hall of Fame.
The Steiners, yeah. So it's acknowledged that. So, but yeah, they kidnapped Rick Steiner. So Gacy and Harlan kidnapped Rick, and yeah, that's how the show went off the air.
Wow.
I'm so glad that I didn't publicly come on our fucking channel and praise NXT 2.0 like I was going to a week ago, because I was going to come here and say, you know what? They're turning me around. I'm seeing some good things. I like the way that they're going. Man, fuck NXT 2.0, man.
I said that in my predictions. I said, you know what? NXT is actually kind of persuading me a little bit, but now
I'm still on their side. I'm gonna just wait to see how this all plays out.
NXT UK is doing a better job.
Oh, thank you for mentioning that. We found out who was the tag team that was beating up the Creed brothers.
The Grizzled Young Veterans.
No.
Oh.
You mentioned it when you said NXT UK.
I'm trying to think of teams over there.
Mustache Mountain?
No.
They're heels. Is it?
They're former.
It's like
they're former tag team champions.
We're tag team champions. I'm trying to think of now.
Is it
NXT UK, right? Tag team champions. It's not Mustache Mountain. Have like the body. What were they? The blonde.
Huh?
No, I'm kidding.
Wait. Who was it?
Pretty Deadly.
Pretty Deadly. Yeah. I about said the body. Like they're blondes. Yeah. Pretty Deadly.
Yeah. Well, one's a blonde and one is a brunette.
Pretty blonde.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Pretty Deadly were the ones attacking the Creed brothers.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Yeah, so now they're on NXT 2.0?
Yes.
Bam. Along with all that.
Like I said, I'm still here for NXT.
I know
I'm here for NXT more than I am for Raw.
This is true. Yeah, that I have to say that too. Yeah, I'm more here for NXT.
Oh,
I mean, I'll catch it every
now. Wait. There's more.
Oh God.
MSK will be defending their tag team titles next week
against the Creed brothers.
Against Grayson Waller and Sanga.
Against Grayson Waller and who?
Sanga, his bodyguard.
Sanga.
That's heavy. Like, why are they going for the tag titles?
Yeah,
why
I
not?
understand that. It should. Who should? It should be the Creed brothers.
Booking. That's why.
Thank you, Jaeger.
Look, I get that. So wait, so MSK? They're still baby faces, right?
Yes.
Apparently.
Yes.
Which I don't understand why they put the titles back on MSK, because like Nash Carter, you know, he's in some hot heat right now. You know, with the
Well,
stuff
this
he
yeah,
could
said.
be a
WWE
way
don't
to
give a
get
shit.
the belts off of them. To give it to Waller and Sanga.
If they do that, I say nope. I'm done. I'm done with that.
Now, Grayson Waller was in a sling too, so I guess he did hurt his elbow. I think they said it was his elbow.
Yeah,
Probably-
when he
probably
hit
out of
his
place.
elbow on that ladder, it looked bad.
So he was in a sling this week, but next week is going to be Waller and Sanga versus MSK for the total. So we getting a women's title match, North American title match, and tag team titles all next week.
I'm gonna have to watch this NXT this week.
I'll tune in. I don't know my interest level. I'll probably tune in. So, but yeah, man.
Okay.
Look, that was WrestleMania weekend and pre and post WrestleMania. That's
the Raw after and the NXT after.
Jeez, man.
Jeez.
Jaeger, you got anything you want to say since you current reigning and defending?
I mean,
was that necessary just to add that? I mean, I don't think it was.
Yeah, it is. It is. Show the man respect.
I respect Jaeger as a colleague, as a friend, as a brother. Absolutely. As a champion, man, fuck Jaeger.
Damn.
I mean, it's okay, man. The Crown has to talk to me a little bit more. I mean, I guess the Crown chose to talk to you so you could set this up for me. But but I've been up for over 24. I've been awake for over 24 hours. So sorry for dozing off earlier.
He's been partying too hard.
No, yesterday.
That's that champ life.
I mean, you gotta do your victory laps when you can. But but you know, Mania going into Raw, going into NXT. I'm sorry to say, but it kind of took a little bit slow. Look,
hey,
but
you're losing that title, WrestleMania Backlash.
I mean, sure, I'll lose it at a pay-per-view I could not give two shits about. I'll get it right back when it's when we go back to AEW.
What's funny is that's what happened last time. That's how he lost last time. He defended that one that he didn't give a shit about. And
that's true. That's true. But
that's not the caveat, you know. That's not the excuse.
I mean,
he lose.
Apparently, I just don't have to give a shit about the pay-per-views, and then I end up.
You see what I'm saying, people?
You know, it's always when you don't want the things that they come to you. You know.
Wow, now you just disrespected
the championship.
So, man, if it keeps the dollar store crown off your head and a replica ring off Scoot's finger, then I'm fine.
The ring is. I told you the ring was no more anyway. When I had the title, the ring is no more.
The ring is no more.
Yeah, that was a one-time thing.
All right, well, I have to kick it back off the Scootical at least. So.
Oh, I'm never going back there again. Never.
And of course, you got to keep it out of that man's hands. But
the forbidden door.
Forbidden.
Forbidden door. That's what I am.
You are the Mickey James to our WWE right now. In our Rumble.
In the Rumble.
I mean, I guess we could start calling you the Cody Rhodes to our men's division.
Oh.
But
my guy,
it shall stay right here on my back. I'll figure out something to commemorate it as besides my throne right over there. But yeah, like I said, kind of a downward slope. We'll see how deep this WWE booking gets on next Tuesday, especially with NXT. Raw, it's here nor there, but if Cody's on it, I'll probably take a peek at it. Yeah, overall, solid wrestling, but WWE gonna WWE.
This is very true. Unfortunately, but it is what it is. I mean,
Mr. Uncrowned Champ.
Yeah. My overall thoughts, I've been.
Hey, you see that Dizzle? You see that Dizzle? See what I did there? I saw you starting up. But anyways, Mr. JSB.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid weekend in wrestling. I feel like AEW, they should have did a show this weekend because, man, if they would have did a show during Mania weekend, that would have been crazy. That would have been great to see that down there in Dallas, Texas.
Mm-hmm.
But to be honest, I'm kind of happy it's over because, like I said, there was so much stuff going on. But if you guys haven't checked out, go check out the best show of the weekend, which was ROH Supercard of Honor. Go check that out if you haven't already. Which I don't know why you haven't checked it out because that was, like I said, best show of the weekend.
One of the best tag matches I have ever seen.
And the reactions in that match were crazy. But like you said, Jaeger and Scoot and Dizzle, I definitely, WWE's go. If I can speak right now, WWE is gonna WWE it. That's like a tongue twister right there. I mean,
Yeah.
It's gonna be interesting to see where they go with this Cody stuff. I'm definitely. I don't know if I'm gonna be watching every Raw like every week. I'm gonna be catching highlights, or I'm gonna be watching it on Hulu, because I ain't gonna watch sit there for a whole 3 hours. But I'm gonna check out some stuff. If I hear something's good, I'll definitely check it out. And we'll see what happens with NXT, all the crazy fuckery that's going on over there.
Fuck, that's calling it light.
Yeah, all the crazy fuckery that's going on over there, and we'll see what happens with SmackDown. Post Mania SmackDown. So see what happens with that.
Indeed. You know what? No, I got nothing to say. I got nothing to say. I'm not gonna say shit. Here's the reason why. I was expecting to win, and I was getting something particularly made for this occasion, and it got fucked up because the prophecy was in order. I was on a roll, so now y'all gotta wait until I actually win to see what the fuck is up.
Well, I guess we'll never know. We'll never know because you're never getting it back.
Wow.
We'll never know.
Wow.
I guess when you guys have to go show what the prophecy is, what's going on here.
I mean, the way you keep on shooting yourself in the foot, the ass, the mouth.
Whoa, that's on his OnlyFans, okay?
Whoa.
Okay, well, you know what? I'll tell you what. I'll off camera.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll say it off camera.
Mr. Scoot Knoxville.
Yeah.
Oh no, we haven't heard you speak, sir. What do you mean? The fuck you talking about?
He's not acknowledging the champion.
The thing was, right, I willingly put that title on the line with 3 shows. We had Stand and Deliver, WrestleMania Night 1 and Night 2, and the prophecy, in a sense, was supposed to be fulfilled, and my ascension was supposed to happen. And this is the second time Jaeger has derailed my ascension. The second time. And, but congrats. Just, it won't happen again.
So you're saying Jaeger's your Achilles heel.
Apparently.
Dizzle, why can't you just be a humble loser like this? No, I'm kidding.
Because
apparently, just
I am 1, not humble, and I am 2, not a loser. So I can't be either. And I can't be an amalgamation of both because it just would be unbecoming of me.
Come here.
That's right.
How's it going over there, Mr. Champion?
But you already hear, folks, people. I know it was a long one, and that's what you're here for. But
yeah,
as we always say, whether you loved it, hate it. Don't forget to rate it. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Leave all your comments, concerns, questions down below. Ladies, I'm pretty sure you want to congratulate the champ in your own way. Probably pull a whole Sammy Guevara, Ty Conti, which I'm pretty sure you may have already done, off cam. But
I want to get a whole gallery of those types of shoots.
There you go. You see everything on the crawl. You know where to find us all. Hit that notification bell for all notifications. Of course, in the end card, just like we have been doing, you're going to see where you can follow this man down here. So go ahead and do that. But most importantly, tag that mother effing subscribe button. But of course, I have to warm it up because it's been a while since all four of us has been on. So
it has been a while.
It really has, man.
I mean, our schedule's been weird, but hey.
It happens, man. Nice little too sweet for the boys. And I'm bada, bam. And of course, until you see these handsome faces and hear these immaculate voices, we bid you all adieu. And until next time, you beautiful, beautiful, beautiful mother effers, tag the fucketh.
Dollars make a way to make a change. Gotta be insane to make them same mistakes again. So I'm switching lane to lane. Pray the curb don't scrape.